Hey everybody, welcome back to Doc G's Reloading. Sorry I haven't published anything there for a while or posted any videos. Busy out there shooting in the summer here and trying to get better. So anyway, this is the new PrimeVibe by Double Alpha Academy. And this is their new vibratory primer. And if it looks familiar, yes, it does look a lot like the Dylan, except the Dylan is $500 and this is $250. And you don't need proprietary tubes like you do with the Dylan. So we're gonna do an unboxing of this and let's see what it looks like. So here it is, Double Alpha Academy. You can look it up. Really nice new product. I haven't used it yet, but open it up here. And then this is what you get inside the box here. So you got your instruction manual and then conversion changer from small to large primers. And you got this box here, and this has your control for the basically on and off, and adjusting the speed and everything. So, and it's 220 or 110, whichever one you need to use for your different voltages. And then this is the piece here where you get the different, this is the different plugs here. So here's your standard plug here. And then of course, you know, I hang on to the 220 line. Not like I'm ever going to be in Europe using this, but you know what, I hang on to it anyway. And then this just goes on here, and it says it goes on, and then you twist it to lock. So let's see here. So those are there, so that's got to go on that way. Okay, let's see here. Open is that way, lock is the other way. Lock is to the right, and it looks like it needs to be, that goes on there. Little twist, just a little, not even quarter turn twist, and then there you go. You got your power output to the, goes down to a 9-volt here with your thing. And then here's where it connects. So this connects to your, this has a nice you know, button for starting, stopping. It's got your frequency adjustment. It's got this protective plastic here over the screen so it doesn't get destroyed during shipping. And then you've got more than enough cable here. You've got this cable here and this cable here, more than enough. Looks like, let me just undo it here, show you folks. It's going to be more than enough to get to whatever outlet you're using, I'm sure. My outlets are relatively close to my bench. So, so you got that for there. And then you got this one here for this one. Yeah, so you got plenty and plenty, oh yeah, of cable there. So you got easily 4 feet here at least, and another 3 feet here. You got, looks like 7 feet total. So this is your connector. Well, I don't know how that connects. I'll have to figure that part out. But this has your connection, goes into the machine, and I'll figure that part out later. All right, with the instruction manual. And then you pull this out of here and come up gently with it. Okay, we'll get the box out of the way. And then you got some foam here with your primer tubes. So you got primer tubes here, and your large here, and your small primer tube here. There you go. And then this comes off, and this comes off. It's pretty heavy duty. It's got a nice weight to it. It really does. And then the lid there, and then there you go. So that shows you what it looks like. And let's see here. Yep. So this is your cover here, and this is really nice. Woo! I'm dropping everything. And then this is your business end of it here. So you plug in here. You've got this part up here that vibrates, and it's got the four springs on there that let it vibrate back and forth. And then you assemble it. It's got the nice feet on it, nice heavy duty feet there. So that's nice. Like I said, it's heavy duty, nice aluminum body to it. And then you can set it up for small or large primers, which is nice. And then this is a little opening area. So this is the one thing that keeps them. This will knock them down if they're laying on edge. Knock them back in until they come around the correct way, and then you loosen up this nut here and assemble it for whichever size primer you want to put in there. And then here's your primer tube. So these are nice. These are just regular primer tubes, and they come pre-mounted with these magnets on here. And this is just like a regular primer tube. So it's nothing exciting. I mean, you can use your Dylan ones that are very inexpensive. Now, the blue is the big. I'm not going to be using that off the bat. I'm going to be using the small. So the small is the red. So I'm going to set it up for the red. And then in your thing here, your book here. So here's your user's manual. And then here's what you get here. So you get the 2 springs, large and small spring. You get a 2.5 and a 2 millimeter Allen key. And then you get 2 collars and 2 guides for the different size primers. So really, if you're going to set up, so for a primer setup, let's say I'm going to do small. So I'll show you what the small will look like. So this is, for the small, you're going to need the small spring. This is a bigger diameter spring, you can just tell. And I'm going to need the red with the red. So the blue spring and the big spring and the 2 blue pieces go back in the bag for use later. And then you got your Allen keys to install it. And then these pieces here will be installed. And then you'll have it right here with the magnet. Magnet holds it. I like that. I already have these magnets. I have a bunch of them. So that's going to be nice. I can just convert over. So that's really cool. I'm liking that a lot. And then the primer, here's your user's manual. Kind of go through it here. Shows you the exploded view of it. It tells you how to set everything up. There's also videos. Saul Kirsch does a great job. Love how he does his site. He's got the whole thing. I just, set this aside and go look at your video on YouTube on how to assemble it and how to change primer sizes with the conversion. So, and then, like I said, this really nice thick black plastic. The only difference is like with the Dylan, that's metal. But again, I'm not spending $400 on it. And these feet are gigantic and really nice. I mean, those are really nice. You guys can see those. Really nice big rubber feet with a nice steel base, aluminum here. I mean, this thing weighs a good 5 pounds. So that is not light by any stretch of the imagination, which I'm happy for. I like that it's, and then this square piece here goes in the front. So we'll do this. You slide this on here. They recommend you always use it with the, there's little tabs there. And then you just rotate counterclockwise there, or clockwise to lock, counterclockwise to open. So that's locked down. Oh, and that's on there sturdy too. That's really nice. That is really sturdy. This whole thing, I mean, Saul does a great job. He does not make anything chintzy. It may be inexpensive, but it's not chintzy. It's really well built, well designed. This is rock solid. This isn't going to make any noise when it's vibrating. And then this is big enough here. You can put any primer, container you want there to drop your 100 primers in there. Now, he did say on the website there, he did say that you really should put 10 to 15 primers in and then set your frequency that way. Here's your frequency here, and this is your time and your start-stop button there. So he did say to set your frequency when you have 10 to 15 in there, and then that will get the last 10 to 15 in the tube. If you set it with a whole thing in there, whole 100 primers, it could take a lot longer. So the best way to do it is just to put 10 to 15 in, set the frequency so that they're all coming out relatively quickly, and then try it with 100 and see how it works. And you can always adjust the frequency, which is really nice. And I like this. The Dylan one's just got a knob. Actually, not even a knob. It's a stem of a knob that you turn and guess what your frequency is. Here, you're going to be able to see what your frequency is. And your frequency may need to be different between large and small primers or between different primer brands. So if you could write it down and say, okay, so for when I'm using Federal, Small primers, I got to use this frequency. When I'm using Winchester small or Fiocchi small or whatever, you may have to change the frequency. You can write all that stuff down and keep track of it, because then you can go right to it when you do have to load different ones. So, all right, that's the unboxing of the PrimeVibe from Double Alpha Academy. I'll get using it, and then I'll let you all know how it works. Thanks again for watching Doc G's Reloading.